Hello everyone and welcome back to Neptune's Child Tarot. My name is Monique and this is my second tarot channel here on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for your continued love and support here on the channel. For those of you that would like to book a private reading, you can find my email down below in the description box. Just send me an email and I will provide you with more information on booking readings as well as other services with me. So today's pick a card reading, we are doing how do your spirit guides see you? How do your spirit guides see you? I thought of this, I think it was yesterday when I was uploading yesterday's pick a card reading. So I thought this would be kind of a cool reading to see how your spirit guides see you, and we'll kind of see what comes through. Hopefully it's all good news. I'm sure that sometimes our spirit guides get really frustrated with us when there's something that we're not seeing or something that we're not learning, trying to guide us on our path, and they're like, no, not that way. So I'm just kind of curious to see what comes through for you guys. There's sometimes when you feel, a little lost or just kind of wanting to know, how your spirit guides see you. So that's what we're going to do today. Pile 1 is going to be this clear quartz crystal. Pile 2 is going to be a flower agate. And then pile number 3 is going to be this little Imperial Jasper. Okay, so let's add in one of these cards to help you with choosing your piles. So let's see, how do your spirit guides see you? I think I might have to do this reading for myself. Later to see what is going on. When my spirit guides are like mad at me. I don't know. Who knows what's going on? Okay, so how do your spirit guides see you? Okay, so pile 1, we've got Protection Guardian, and it says drop your shields. Drop your shields. Okay. So pile 2, Spirit. Pile 2, for pile number 2 for the collective, how do their spirit guides see them? How do their spirit guides see them? We have the Hunter. It says track down your fears and desires. Pile number 3, how do your spirit guides see you? How do your spirit guides see you, pile 3? We've got the Shaolin Master. It says be graceful in movement and in action. Okay, so let's take a look. Pile 1, we have the Protection Guardian. Drop your shields with the clear quartz. Pile number 2, we have the Hunter. Track down your fears and your desires with the flower agate. Pile number 3, we have the Shaolin Master, and it says be graceful in movement and action with the Imperial Jasper. That is for pile 3. So pause the video if you need a little bit more time to meditate either on the artwork or the crystal, whatever one you feel is calling to you the most. We are going to be pulling tarot and then adding in some oracle cards to see what is going on. How do your spirit guides see you? I'm a little nervous. We'll see. Okay, so pile 1, Protection Guardian. Pile number 2, the Hunter. Pile number 3, the Shaolin Master. Timestamps will be down below, and I will see you guys at your reading. Hi, pile 1. So those of you that resonated with the Protection Master, and it says drop your shields, okay? So the first thing when I first pulled this card for you guys in the intro was making me feel that your spirit guides are seeing you as someone who is very, I don't know, this could be very guarded. This could even be that you, I don't know, maybe have some blockages or you're blocking something. I don't know what it is, but yeah, Protection Guardian. Maybe you're, I don't know. I mean, you could be pushing away love. You could be blocking something out here, because basically drop your shields, right? You could be trying to really, really protect yourself. This kind of looks like she's, I don't know what she has in the center. I was going to say it looks like an evil eye, but it's not. Basically, drop your shields. Maybe this is you, maybe blocking yourself from doing certain things. It makes me feel like with the protection guardian, it's like your spirit guides want you to know, like, we have your back. So stop blocking yourself from things, okay? Stop blocking yourself. So we'll see what's going on here. All right, pile one, let's get into it. How do your spirit guides see you, pile one? How do your spirit guides see you? Six of Swords. Okay, Six of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune. How do your spirit guides see you? Nine of Swords. The Two of Swords. And just keep in mind that this may not be all the time, right? It's just, I feel like more or less where you're at right now. Your current energy, okay? So how do your spirit guides see you? The Knight of Cups. The Six of Pentacles. Okay. Ten of Cups. The World. Okay. All right. I am seeing the Eight of Swords at the bottom though. With the Devil. Okay. Devil and Judgment. With the Empress. Okay, so now this kind of makes sense because the Eight of Swords and the Devil energy, these are restrictive. These are restrictive energies. Drop your shields. The Eight of Swords is mental. That's what I'm feeling this is. Mental. Mental blocks. Okay? That's why the drop your shields is here, because the Eight of Swords is a lot of negative thinking or self-limiting beliefs, self-sabotaging thoughts. Because when we're in our head like this, the ego is taking over, right? And when our spirit guides are trying to connect with us, the ego's in the way, right? This is when we have like doubt and fear that are blocking out us being able to connect with our guides. So it's like your spirit guides are saying, drop your shields so we can talk to you, so we can talk to you and help you, you know, with judgment. I'm just feeling a lot of very supportive, beautiful energy from your spirit guides surrounding you. Many of you, I feel like your spirit guides are passed on loved ones. Okay, some of you have passed on loved ones that are surrounding you. And there's a lot of care, a lot of nurturing. But I'm also seeing that they see you as someone who's going through a lot of growth, a lot of personal transformation. Like really blossoming. I feel, wow, look at that. The Empress and the Emperor. I feel like the reason of which they're wanting you, right, to drop your shields here is because these blocks here with the Devil and the Eight of Swords, like I said, this is all mental stuff. Mental stuff. With Judgment, this is about where we find our soul finds renewal, release, healing. And I'm seeing how they're kind of watching this process happen for you, but they also take notice of when you are your thoughts are your own worst enemy. You know, your own worst enemy with the overthinking or overanalyzing. But look at this beautiful energy here with the Empress and the Emperor. You know, they're seeing you as someone who has so much potential with this balance of your energy in both the feminine and the masculine. A lot of anxiety, a lot of worrying, a lot of stressing. I feel like they're seeing you as someone who holds so much power. So much power. And for some of you, it's just, you know, like I said, this may not be all the time, but they see you as like this powerhouse here with this balance of both feminine and masculine energies. They're watching you or seeing you as you're going through this transformative energy. The Six of Swords is a card of transition, right? So some of you might be going through like a big change in your life, or coming to an end of maybe a very difficult cycle and moving past that. Because you also have the Wheel of Fortune here. The Wheel of Fortune is about being at a turning point in our life. Changes, aligning with our destiny, right? The Knight of Cups energy here, like your spirit guides are seeing you from a place of love and a lot of joy. I feel like your spirit guides are very, very proud of you, Pile 1. Very, very proud, because you're also, I feel like, closing a lot of cycles here with the world. And maybe for some of you, very difficult ones, right? You're freeing yourself, I feel like, in a way from attachment and ego and addictions and codependency, unhealthy patterns of behavior, like all of the stuff here that's in that devil energy. I feel like your spirit guides are seeing you as someone who is on your path, like you're on your way to... For some of you, they're watching you as you're going through an awakening right now. And some of you, it's like watching you on that path to leading through awakening and aligning with what your soul's purpose is. This makes me feel, when I look at this world energy here, that this is kind of like, I don't know why, but when I look at this world card, there's this cat that's standing up here holding the world. This makes, look at all the cats here that are all circled around. To me, it's like, this is your spirit guides, and it makes me feel like they're at the airport and they're like, we're over here. We're waiting right here for you, Pile 1. This is the finish line, right? And one of your spirit guides like holding up the sign, like, here's Pile 1 right here, waiting for you to finish, to complete something here. I mean, the world really is a beautiful energy. It is, yes, that we're completing cycles here, but the world is also... When we can get to this place of completing something, it's a beautiful time. You know, it is a cause for celebration. It's like all of your spirit guides. And I feel many of you that chose Pile 1, there's a lot, there's a lot of them. I'm seeing a lot of cats here. What, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cats. There's butterflies, 1, 2, 3, 4 butterflies. There's 3 crows, actually 4 butterflies. 3 crows or ravens. It's like you've got the whole animal kingdom here of like spirit guides and support, right? I feel like it's a beautiful celebratory energy here. I'm being proud of you. The Knight of Cups energy is a beautiful card of love and openness and receptivity. But I feel like your spirit guides sometimes see you as someone who gets a little bit caught up sometimes in your head. You know, worst case scenario thinking, self-sabotaging thoughts that keep you stuck sometimes. You know? And so, yeah, they may get a little frustrated, which I'm sure my spirit guides are frustrated with me sometimes. You know, all of our spirit guides can get like that. They're like, no, not that way. This way. I'm definitely feeling like your spirit guides are, yeah, they're just seeing you in this, like I said, this beautiful energy here of the Empress and the Emperor. The Empress is a very beautiful, nurturing, loving, Beautiful energy here. Unconditional love is the Empress. They have unconditional love for you. Nurturing, protection. The Emperor energy, as far as they see you, they also see you as someone who's very strong, stable, grounded. I feel like for the most part, when your thoughts are not right, going that way, I feel like they see you as sometimes who does, like I said, gets a little bit caught up with the Nine of Swords. A lot of overthinking, overanalyzing, and that to me is where your spirit guides are saying, drop your shields. It's all mental. It's mental stuff that's going on. But I'm looking at the Six of Pentacles energy here too. And the Six of Pentacles is a very giving energy. We have this one cat here who's sharing, right? Giving to these other little cats that don't have anything. And so I'm feeling that your spirit guides see you as someone who's very generous with your time, your love, your energy. You're someone who wears your heart on your sleeve. You're someone who's very compassionate, very nurturing, very loving, very supportive. I feel like your spirit guides acknowledge you as someone who has gone through a lot and who has also been able to overcome things. I look at this Ten of Cups here, and there's these two little cats together with this one cup that's right in the middle. It makes me feel like like I said, your spirit guides are very proud of you. There's a lot of accomplishments that you've made as on a soul level that your spirit guides are very, very proud of. Very proud of who you've become, right? During your experience here on Earth. Very much so. It's a beautiful energy. I feel like they also see you as someone who's very disciplined, very organized when you need to be. You're able to step in and tap into both of these energies here. Right? Very beautiful, balanced energy here. I feel like sometimes, yes, those energies can throw us off. But for the most part, I see that your spirit guides are very, very proud of you. Of you actually coming to this place where you have this balance within your energies. Which is truly beautiful here. I feel like they want you to tune in more a little bit. Because I'm seeing the Two of Swords here. And this is a card of like stillness. Bringing peace to the mind so that we are able to make or see things clearly. Make decisions, choices. That's why I'm seeing the drop your shields here. So I want to clarify that before we move on to the oracle cards. Okay, so what is the importance of pile number 1 dropping their shields? Why is this important? Why does pile 1 need to drop their shields? The Two of Swords. Okay, yeah. So this is like wanting you to just kind of be at a place of stillness so that you are able to think clearly about your decisions, your choices, even the messages that you're receiving from your spirit team. Why is it important for pile 2 to drop their shields? The Three of Swords. Yeah, some of you, like I said earlier, you could be a little bit guarded when it comes to love. Okay? The Page of Wands and the Sun. Yeah, to me this is about letting love in for some of you. Let love in. Which the Knight of Cups is all about. It's openness, it's vulnerability. And the Empress is unconditional love. Right? Letting the vibration of unconditional love in. And then you have another beautiful card here, the Sun. Okay? Beautiful. You've got the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Cups, the World Energy, Judgment. All of them are very, very beautiful cards. Like I said, there's nothing negative here. You know, in a way that your spirit guides are like, dang, like pile 1. No, there's none of that. It's mostly just your own thoughts, right? They get you a little caught up, a little stuck. It could be simple things like just overthinking things, overanalyzing, stressing yourself out, right? Which is more or less blocks that you're overcoming, I feel like. Okay? But the Sun energy is beautiful in that this allows not only love in, but it also allows joy. and happiness in, allowing you to be happy, right? By dropping the shields mentally, emotionally. The Page of Wands is also a beautiful energy of discovery and excitement and passion and kind of bringing vitality into your life, right? I feel like your spirit guides see you as someone who loves to explore, who loves to discover, who loves to, many of you travel and try new things, do new things. Your spirit guides see you as someone who's very creative and very passionate about what you do and what you create and what you manifest into your life. So I'm seeing that your spirit guides see you as someone who's, like I said, has gone through a lot of challenges, but also being able to overcome all of that and moving now into a place in your life where you are experiencing more balance, more prosperity, more abundance, more love, more happiness, more joy, more in the flow with the Six of Pentacles energy to be open to receiving what your spirit guides are trying to give to you, right? Not just your spirit guides, but many of you, like I said, your ancestors, your passed on loved ones for some of you, like aligning you with abundance, aligning you with love and all of this beautiful energy. So let's see. Pile number 1. How do your spirit guides see you? How do your spirit guides see you? Pile 1. Yeah, and I feel like a lot of this too, because the sun is a beautiful radiant energy of joy and vitality and health and happiness. It's like they see this as this is your true nature, right? This is you, not this 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords. So it's important for you to acknowledge, right? When you're needing a break, needing a rest, needing some time to ground, to get back on track, back in balance. How do your spirit guides see you? Pile number 1. Okay, so we've got the Mirror Guardian. It says take time to reflect. Okay, so your spirit guides are kind of like wanting more or less for you to spend some more time reflecting, right? Your own feelings, your emotions. And then we have the Air Guardian here. Shift your perception. That I feel like is because of this 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, the double energy. Maybe even facing your own fears. We have the mountains here with stand your ground, which I feel like your spirit guides can be seeing you as someone who is able to face adversity and move past it, right? Whatever obstacles you might perceive there. But also this like fighting spirit within you, right? This fighting spirit. Let's see what else. How do your spirit guides see you? Pile 1. How do your spirit guides see you? The guardian angel. You are not alone. Maybe they see you sometimes as like feeling like I am alone. I am alone. I don't feel you. I don't see you. I don't hear you. And you feel like you're alone. And then your spirit guides are like, no, you're not. We're right here. You know? Guardian angel. There's a feather there. So yeah, I feel like your spirit guides try to show you maybe through nature, animals. I feel like your spirit guides really connect with you through nature though. I feel like many of you might have spirit guides that are very connected into the element of earth. So through nature, plants, animals, things of that nature is in the way in which your spirit guides communicate with you. I mean, it could be birds, it could be butterflies is what we're seeing a lot of here. I mean, some of you, it could even be cats. I am using a cat deck, but we're seeing a lot of birds, butterflies. We've got feathers. I mean, there's little mice here. Nature. Let's see. How do your spirit guides see you? Pile 1. We have the Star Ancestor, and it says, follow the voice of your soul. Like I said, I feel like for some of you, it's like you being on the path of following where your soul's calling you, your soul's purpose, answering the call of your soul on your journey, on your path. Some of you could even be like your spirit guides could be helping you to align with what your soul's purpose is, and you could be doubting it, right? And this is your spirit guides in the way saying, drop your shields. We're trying to help you. We're trying to help you align with your soul's purpose. Listen to us, right? Follow the voice of your soul. What is your soul asking you to do, pile one? And I feel like if you don't know, this is again where you're needing to practice stillness. Practice stillness, mindfulness, meditation. How do your spirit guides see you, pile one? Okay, so our video cut out a little bit when I was pulling the rest of these cards. So the next one out that we have here is the snake, which says shed old skin. So what I was saying with this card is that your spirit guides see you as kind of what I was talking about earlier, is about you being someone who's going through a lot of transformation, a lot of change, a lot of you having gone through so much, but also through this process of uncovering you, the real you, the authentic you, right? Back into this nature here of the Queen, or I'm sorry, the Page of Wands, which is so adventurous and passionate and creative and wanting to go and do and all these things. And then the other card that came out was the Druid, and it says hold the space. And what I was talking about is when this card was coming out, I was thinking that also, well, no, well, it kind of looks like a snake. I don't think it's a snake though. I think it's a tattoo. But what I was saying about this energy is that I feel like your spirit guides see you as someone who has so much knowledge and so much wisdom, so much power within you. I'm definitely getting old soul energy. I feel like your spirit guides see you as someone who holds light for others, holds space for others through their own learning, through their own healing, that you are a person who is here, I feel like, helping a lot of the rest of the collective. Kind of like the light bearer for people. That there's so much knowledge and wisdom, and it makes me feel like there's just such a very magical, mystical, very shaman-like energy. And as I was sitting here, because actually my camera got too hot and it just shut off, but as I was just sitting here also practicing stillness, right, waiting for the camera to cool down, I was kind of peering into your little crystal here and just kind of seeing what I see in that way, and the kind of vision that was coming through for you. I'm feeling for some of you, you have a lot of, for many of you, it's indigenous ancestry. And I was actually seeing the inside of like a cave. And the cave had all of these like the little, paintings and things like that on it. But, I can still see it right now. There's this person that is sitting almost like they're back on the edge of the cave, or like they're backed up into the cave. And it looks like there's something, and I don't think it's a book, but it just looks like there's something that this person is focusing on. Almost like they are taking in knowledge and wisdom. And it almost makes me feel like your spirit guides are wanting you in a way to access the knowledge and the wisdom that not only from your ancestors, but that you also have from those of you that do believe in past lives. Because I feel like this is a super powerful energy for you. What else am I seeing here? This looks like a masculine energy. A masculine energy. It kind of reminds me of like very hermit, like somebody who's sitting in this cave, and I can see the front of the cave door, like the little opening here. So it's like this retreat, like almost like the hermit, you know, like just kind of seclusion, solitude, right? And stillness is a message that keeps coming through for you, so that you're able to, right, to get the messages from your spirit guides. Okay, and then we have patterns that came out. And so I was thinking with patterns, okay, we've got the devil here, so I can see where this is tied into you having patterns of behavior, ways of thinking. But then I clarified it with the Six of Swords in reverse, the Three of Wands, and the Hierophant. And what I was saying about this Hierophant is that this is knowledge, this is wisdom, this is spiritual, a spiritual teacher, right? And I feel like many of you are meant to be spiritual teachers, and your spirit guides are trying to help you to get to this place. So part of your life purpose may be, like I said, literally holding space for others, leading the way, teaching, sharing your wisdom and knowledge. The other thing that I noticed is because the Six of Swords is in reverse, this is when we try to move away from something, but then end up going right back to it. And that could be a person, a situation, a ways of thinking, right? Because we do have patterns here. So your spirit guides also see you as someone who may, right, revert back into old belief systems with the Hierophant here. Old beliefs. And those are ones that your spirit guides are trying to help you to get out of, right? So that you can align in the right way. Another thing that I'm seeing here, and I was kind of laughing about this to myself, and this is something I do too. I'm aware of it. But the Three of Wands energy is about foresight. It's about planning, thinking ahead, right? And so sometimes this can be about us anticipation and waiting for something, or even starting something new, when there are still things that we have to learn. There are still things that we're kind of not cleared yet, right? So kind of in a way, this is like when we try to skip levels, right, on our path and trying to get to the finish line right away, you know, which I feel like a lot of us end up doing sometimes, where we're just like, okay, I want to know what my soul's purpose is. I want to know what this is. But it's like, that is something that is revealed to you when you are ready for it, right? Sometimes there is lessons that we have to go through. Sometimes there are our own teachings, right? Our own mentors and guides that are coming in to teach us certain things, right? Through relationships, friendships, family situations. And we're meant to go through those experiences before, right? Before that purpose is revealed to us, right? So in a way, it's like we're trying to skip ahead, to skip something that we need to do, something that we need to heal, and already thinking about the next thing. And your spirit guides are like, no, pile one. We need to go back into what these lessons are, right? I'm seeing the Five of Swords at the bottom. So this could be going back into old beliefs that are self-sabotaging, right? For some of you with that Five of Swords energy here. And then what do we have? Yuki, Ona, and stillness. Okay, which is a big message for you coming through this pile. So let's pull these last messages for you. Pile number 1, and see, how do your spirit guides see you? I like this reading because it kind of gives you a check-in too, right? So you know, where am I at right now on my spiritual path? How do your spirit guides see you? How do your spirit guides see you? Pile 1. Root girl. The disowned self. The disowned self. I gotta think about that one for a second. I might have to look in the guidebook for that one. I don't think I've seen that card come out before. Oh, you know what? Maybe this is your spirit guide's way of saying that there's something that needs you, like you need to keep yourself grounded. Because the disowned self, to me, this is, I don't know, forgotten parts of yourself. Vanishing mirror. Ego sublimation. Ego sublimation. To me, this is the dismantling of the ego that's happening for you right now, right? As you're going through your journey. The sky bridge with the possibility for a union, right? That was what we saw earlier with both the feminine and the masculine, with the Empress and the Emperor. I feel because of the disowned self, and this looks like a child actually. It says root girl. This reminds me very much of root chakra energy, grounding, or something within your root chakra. It's almost like for many of you, this could be inner child healing or reconnecting to those parts of yourself that you have abandoned. The parts in a way, like this is like, what is this called? Soul fragmentation, where you're needing to collect those pieces of yourself to bring yourself back into wholeness, into balance. The disowned self, it makes me feel like those parts of yourself that you've put away because of certain traumas, certain things that you've gone through. And now it's time for you to collect those pieces, right? Those lost bits and pieces of yourself without the ones that have been shaped by fears and insecurities and traumas and things of that nature. It's like your spirit guides see you maybe as someone who is doing that work, right? And that's why there is this possibility for a union, because many of you are doing the work. You are doing the inner child healing. You're doing the shadow work. You're doing the transforming. So those parts of yourself that had been so long forgotten and left in the past because of things that you've gone through, right? Even relationships, right? Where you can lose your confidence. So your confidence stays back in that relationship you were in 4 years ago. Something happened to you during childhood. Guess what? That part of you's frozen back at 6 years old, right? So to me, this is you kind of, in a way, reclaiming all of these parts of yourself that your spirit guides are watching you go through, right? Watching you go through here. And yes, like I said, we are, right? We do go through this where we try, we try with all our might to try to get ahead of something, but your spirit guides are like, no, we've got some work to do, right? You got this. I am still curious. I want to know. I don't even know where this, the box for this is right now. Hold on a second. Okay, let's see. This is 46. 46. Okay, so Root Girl says the disowned self, hidden beauty, the need for acceptance and love. It says Root Girl sits shivering, unclean and naked at the base of the tree of the shelf or self. She is unloved, unwanted, and shunned for her deformities. She has no home, but is safe burrowing underground to dwell near the deepest roots of the sacred tree. Who is she to you? Could this urchin be the one part of you that reintegrated can lead you to wholeness and true purpose? This is a part of you, the embodiment of a deeply flawed perception of your failures, manifesting as guilt and shame. When you project envy onto others or any emotion or instinct that you've learned to repress or deem unnatural, it's this homeless child self-crying for attention, acceptance, and love. You want to lash out, ignore it, push it aside, all the while refusing to acknowledge this ugly quality as belonging to you. But if you would only look into the Root Girl's eyes and see the beauty and the unmet need, your unmet need, you would realize that this part of you asks for your compassion and understanding. This part of you was born when you were wounded and you were conditioned to believe you're not whole, that your expression of self is somehow too much or too little. You may have even inherited this creature from your ancestors. However, it is this child self came to be curled up at the root of your sacred tree self. It's time to welcome her into your heart. When you do, everything you've been searching for becomes illuminated, and your path lights up with renewed purpose. When you come to love Root Girl and claim her as your own, accepting her and your humanity, she is transformed, just as you are. Then all manner of magic begins to arrive in abundant form. Look for the beauty, okay? So what I would say with this is to take some time to think about what part of yourself have you disconnected from? What part of yourself have you pushed away because of certain things that maybe other people weren't accepting of, or you yourself were not accepting of, right? This now time for this reclamation of this part of yourself, okay? I feel like is something that your spirit guides are really wanting you to focus on. Like I said, some of you, yes, are doing the work. And this may be why stillness is so important, right? Where we're healing. But yeah, with the sky bridge being here, I mean, to me, this is your spirit guides believing in you, in your potential to make things possible for yourself, with aligning with reaching your path of enlightenment and wholeness and abundance and love and prosperity, and being able to be very successful on your spiritual path, right? And a lot of that is about all of the illusions that are being broken away in this ego sublimation. All these things shattering away, right? All of this devil energy that's over here, the 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords. This, I feel like for you on your path is probably, for some of you, like I said, your biggest challenge is your own mind, right? Your own thoughts. And that, I feel like, is why this is Spirit saying, drop your shields, right? All of those shields in which these fears and insecurities and worries and doubts and things like that that block us, right? And just spending that time in stillness so that you can listen from within and go and collect, right? Your little root girl that lives within inside of you, that part of yourself. Okay? So that is all that I have for you, pile number 1. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 2. So those of you that resonated with the Hunter, it says track down your fears and desires. Okay, and our topic today is how do your spirit guides see you? So with the track down your fears part of it, I am feeling that your spirit guides are wanting you to focus on, I feel like, uncovering what your fears are, maybe about going after what your desires are. Okay, so we'll see kind of how this is coming through. We're going to pull the tarot first and find out, how do your spirit guides see you? How do your spirit guides see you? Pile number 2. The Page of Pentacles. We've got the 2 of Wands, the 10 of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles, how do your spirit guides see you? Pile number 2, Queen of Cups, Temperance, the 4 of Pentacles, okay, Queen of Swords, the World at the bottom, okay, and we have Death, World and Death, okay. So overall we've got the Death card and the World. So I feel like your spirit guides see you as someone who is going through a lot of powerful transformation at this time, okay? Of course, the way that our spirit guides view us are going to be different, right? Depending on where we're at, what we're doing within our life. But I am seeing here, your spirit guides can also be seeing you as someone who's maybe just completing a cycle, closing a cycle. And there's a lot of powerful transformative energy that's coming from this. I'm feeling like your spirit guides are very proud of you for this transformation. I'm noticing that in the background here, there is this woman, and she's got this long, I don't know, maybe some of you have red hair here, but this is some long flowing red hair here. And there's all of this fire that looks like it's coming out here. All of this fire here. There's all of these crows that are kind of circling around. There's this beautiful white, why can't I think right now? This wolf, the wolf. I just feel like it's something very beautiful that's happening for you. Because, I mean, this is Scorpio energy, so Scorpio, it kind of reminds me, even though this is not like the Judgment card, being that it is Scorpio energy here, it's like this powerful energy that's changing within you. We have the world energy here too. So, you know, this in itself is a celebration. The completion of something, maybe a major change that's happening for you in your life at this time. So there's also a lot of healing, I feel like, with this for you. A lot of healing. It almost looks like through this transformation here, like there's a lot of fire and passion within you that's being restored. It kind of really gives me Phoenix rising from the ashes here, even though this is the Death card, with all of this flame that's coming out here. There's a sense of like a newness, right? With the Death card being about change and transformation, endings and beginnings. This is letting go, I feel like, of a part of yourself that's very powerful. Okay? The archetypes that we have here, we've got the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords. Temperance is also here, and Temperance is about healing and transmutation of energy. So I'm seeing that you're, and you know what, I just saw this. You have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups, which is beautiful because, and to me, this is a balance between both head and heart. Head and heart here. I feel like with the queens, you're coming in as the queens here. The queens have done a lot of work. There's still a lot of potential that's there for growth, okay? Because within the tarot, once you get to the level of the kings, that is mastery, okay? That is mastery. So you're at the level of the queen here, which is a good thing. It's a good thing, right? Well, you've got the page here too, but as far as your feelings, your emotions, with the Queen of Cups energy here, the Queen of Cups is about emotional balance, stability. I would say more balance though, because I would say more stable is going to be like the king. We're mastering already, so we're stable, we're good. But yeah, so this queen here is a lot of healing, a lot of compassion, a lot of empathy, sensitive, intuitive, okay, with this energy here. Your spirit guides see with someone who's very intuitive, very creative. Some of you may even have like psychic gifts here, healing gifts. Very creative energy here. I'm feeling a lot of transformation too surrounding your heart chakra, because there is this little lotus that's here as well. Little lotus. So which makes me feel like there's been a lot of powerful transformation for you. And then you have the Queen of Swords energy here. The Queen of Swords is also getting much clearer, right? We're moving on from the Knight into the Queen energy. So the Queen of Swords is about clear thinking, decision making, learning how to really communicate. Our actions are right, getting better. The decisions that we make, we can be more clear to see things clearly. It's just a lot of really beautiful, powerful energy that's coming here. She's even got like this beautiful yellow glow around her. Some of you may really be kind of opening up into your spiritual gifts, where you're starting to really connect with your spirit guides, receiving information, channeling downloads of information here. Because I noticed that both, even though this cat's head is kind of faced that way, I don't know, the way that its eyes are kind of sitting, it still makes me look like it's looking up a little bit. And even this Queen of Cups, she's looking up at the bird. They both have a bird here. So I feel like the Eight of Pentacles energy here, this is a card of self-mastery. So I feel like your spirit guides see you as someone who is a work in progress, right? We all are a work in progress. The one thing I will say, because your card here says track down your fears, and you have the Four of Pentacles here. And this Four of Pentacles is about being afraid to, maybe for some of you, step outside of the comfort zone. And that is going after something or getting something done. The Four of Pentacles, sometimes this can also be when we're settling for something or we're holding on to something very tight. We're afraid to let it go. When I saw this Page of Pentacles and the Two of Wands and the Ten of Wands, I was kind of laughing to myself thinking about it. But I feel like your spirit guides see you as someone who's very creative, and you're in a place right now where you're making plans for what's next for yourself on your path. And I'm noticing that the Ten of Wands is here, and it looks like this cat is trying to reach up to catch or get all these wands that are here. The Ten of Wands is sometimes when we have a lot of responsibilities or a lot of weight on our shoulders, or we're carrying around a lot of energetic burdens, heaviness, right? So there's a need for clearing here, for releasing, a need for rest. Because even though this Eight of Pentacles is here, which is about hard work and focus and focusing on the self, this cat is like taking a second to just, right, clean itself, lick its paw. What else am I seeing here? Yeah, a lot of transmutation here in the way that your spirit guides are seeing you. It's like they're seeing you as like things are starting to get clearer. Like, wow, I'm doing this transformative work. I'm healing. I'm transmuting energy. And I can see clearer. My spiritual gifts are coming in. I feel more in tune with my feelings, more in tune with my emotions. Some of you, this healing process is something that's happening right now for you. A lot of you really, for many of you, dedicating a lot of your time and a lot of your energy into yourself, which is a beautiful thing. So I'm feeling like there's definitely excitement that your spirit guides have for your journey and your path, and they're very proud of you, the transformation that has taken place within you, because they see that, you know, even still, we're not yet at the level of the king, but there's still so much for you with where you're at right now. You know, you're still working on healing, still transmuting, alchemizing energy. The Temperance card is also about co-creation, right? Manifestation, finding balance within inside of yourself. Okay. I kind of want to see why this is important for you, right? To track down your fears, because this can sometimes be, like I said, when we're afraid to take a risk, right? Maybe there's something that you want to create here, but you're feeling like a little bit stuck with the Two of Wands. Like, which path should I take? You know, you have an ending here. And this is now time to create a new beginning. Some of you could be waiting for signs, right? Messages from spirit, like, what path am I supposed to take here? Okay. And I feel like more or less it's about you listening to what your heart and your intuition is telling you at this time. Okay. Let's see. I'm feeling even with the energy of the hunter, it's like your spirit guides see you as somebody who is very passionate. Very passionate about what you do or who you love, or, you know, even with investing your time and energy into yourself. And I feel like I said, your spirit guides just want you to kind of acknowledge, like, what are the fears that could be holding me back right now? You know? They might even be kind of seeing you as someone who needs to, right? Plant the seed for something new or start a new creative project. So why is this hunter energy important for pile number 2? 2 Wands again. Okay? Because there's planning that's happening here. Some of you are at a crossroads on your path. And so your spirit guides are trying to assist you with making the choice, right? The right choice for yourself without your fears getting in the way. Some of you are creating, right, your new beginning, and this is now time for you to choose where you're wanting to take your path at this time. Why is the Hunter important for pile 2? The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. And yeah, there's Page of Pentacles again. Okay. So some of you, something may not necessarily be working. That can be a relationship that coming to an end. It can be something that we've long invested our time and energy into, such as a career, right? Even a family situation that we're clearing or healing or transforming. But yeah, there's the Page of Pentacles has an eagerness to start something new, begin something new. And I'm seeing the Four of Cups at the bottom, right? So the Four of Cups is a need for us to really pay attention, because this can be when we have a blind spot. There's something that we're not seeing, something that's being offered to us. It can be something that we can be distracted, right? Distracting ourselves or being distracted by a situation outside of ourselves. But yeah, I'm feeling that some of you might be feeling a little bit of boredom or discontent or unhappiness, and this is now time for you, right? To create something new. And I feel like this is what your spirit guides kind of see you going through this process here. I'm kind of want to see what the Four of Pentacles is. Why is your Four of Pentacles here, pile 2? Ten of Swords. This could be pain, suffering, heartache, healing that you're doing. Five of Swords and the Tower. Yeah, so there's something here you're needing to release, right? Something you're needing to release here. Maybe for some of you, it's a past partner, a past relationship, you know? Even if it's something that may have happened years ago, sometimes we can still be holding on to that energy, right? The energetic burdens with the Ten of Wands. In order for us to move forward on a path, right, in a way that's going to really help us to be successful, we want to make sure that we're closing these cycles and releasing the energy that goes with it, right? We don't want to bring this with us with our new beginning. So I feel like maybe your spirit guides right now are kind of watching you go through this process where you're, like I said, a work in progress. We're making things happen. We're making some moves here. We're healing. We're alchemizing. We're getting better, right? With the Queen energy. We're improving. We still have much potential for growth and mastery. So let's see. Let's look at some Oracle and see what else for you. Pile number 2. How do your spirit guides see you? How do pile number 2's spirit guides see them? I feel like also a lot of love to give, pile 2. You have a lot of love to give. Very, very sweet, gentle, kind. There's a very healing energy. Wow, warrior. It says be fearless and stand strong. I love that. Because many of you may have gone through some really, really challenging things, right? That have really created a... I mean, maybe for some of you, it's your spirit guide seeing you as someone who needs to maybe even close something or end something that's not serving you. You know? Some of you can have an awareness of something that needs to come to an end. Like if there's a job that you don't like and it's no longer in alignment, a relationship that's no longer in alignment with you. Maybe it's you also look at what fears you have about releasing whatever that is. Okay. Let's see what else. Pile number 2. How do your spirit guides see you? We have guardian angel, and it says you are not alone. Pile 1 got this too. And what I was saying with this, which makes me feel the same for you, because sometimes when we're on our path, we do feel like we're alone, right? We're like, where? Where are our spirit guides? Where is our spirit team? Where is our ancestors? right? So I feel like this is confirmation for you, pile number 2, that your spirit guides want you to know that maybe they do see you sometimes when you feel like you're stuck or you're lost and you feel like, I asked you for help and you didn't help me, right? That is whereas the 4 of Cups that was there earlier. I don't know if I put it back. No, yeah. But yeah, the 4 of Cups can be when we're not seeing something. We have a blind spot, right? It's like spirit could be like right here in front of your face and you're just like, where? I don't see you, right? It's like you're, maybe some of you that do feel like you're alone on your path or that your spirit guides are not there. This is your spirit guide saying, we are here. We're here. Okay? You are not alone. We've got Spirit Fox, and it says, trust your talents in changing times. So many of you, it's like your spirit guides see you as someone who needs to believe in yourself more. Believe in your abilities, your talents, your skills, your hobbies, the things that you're good at, undiscovered things within you, right? Because many of you, I feel like, especially with the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups, it's a beautiful energy, right? The Queen of Cups is going to have those natural psychic gifts, healing gifts, very compassionate energy, where the Queen of Swords is very wise. She's someone who gives guidance and advice and is able to analyze and figure out solutions to problems and to see things clearly enough to make decisions. You know, both of them can be very supporting energies and helping to lead you on your path and maybe even helping you to assist others if that's something that you choose to do. Okay? Some of you are naturally gifted like writers and maybe even you're speaking. Some of you have an amazing personality. I feel like that you're, you know, the Queen of Swords, her backstory is that she has a great sense of humor, right? She has a great sense of humor. And she gives honest, straightforward, direct advice to people. And your words may offer a lot of comfort. Because both of these energies together, not only are you being that person who's giving this messages to other people and could be a direct communication, right, with spirit, but you're giving it in a way that is compassionate and nurturing, right, towards your family members, towards your friends. And I feel like your spirit guides are really seeing you as someone who needs to believe in yourself more like that and see yourself that way. How do your spirit guides see you? Pile number 2. We have the White Witch, and it says, be the light. Right? Be the light. Be the light. When you feel like you're in the darkness, right? Sometimes we feel like we're alone, right? We feel like we're alone on our path. And we feel like, oh, you know what, there's no one here to guide me. Your spirit guides are right there with you. So sometimes it's you becoming your own light and maybe even the light for others. Right? A light for others. It's like being your own hero, right? You're your hero of your own story, your own path, your own life, pile 2. We have the Elder. Move beyond ancestral patterns. Okay? So maybe your spirit guides see you as someone who needs to move beyond ancestral patterns. Patterns of behavior, family, ancestral cycles. Or have the wisdom and knowledge to be able to do it, right? For your family line, your ancestral line. To clear karmic cycles. We have the Spring, and it says, see your seeds grow. See your seeds grow. The Lord, take charge with authority. And we have the Peacekeeper here. It says, let go of the need to be right. let go of the need to be right, which can be difficult sometimes. It's like we know, sometimes we're trying to tell somebody something, and sometimes, like, especially when we meet and connect with other people in our path, it can be hard for us to make people see things the way that we see things, right? So I don't know, maybe some of you are the peacekeepers within your family or within your relationship in some way. We have the Lord here with take charge with authority. So I feel like your spirit guides also see you with someone who has a lot of power. And I feel like a lot of this is coming from your masculine energy, or there's a need for you to step into that energy, right? To take charge and leadership of your own life and the direction in which you bring it. Because we also have see your seeds grow, right? So many of you could be planting seeds, right? Your Page of Pentacles, planting the seed for something new and investing your time and energy into it, to manifesting it into the physical. Okay, can be something there for you. So pile number, what is this? Pile number 2. How do your spirit guides see you? We have the falling angel, spiritual narcolepsy. Okay. Let me see what else is here. Distraction. This makes me think of distraction. Some of you have distractions on your path. Distractions on your path. And these could be family members. These could be friends. These can be romantic partners. Spiritual narcolepsy is basically people, and it could be you too, is basically people, other souls that are here and incarnated on earth, okay? Sometimes other souls, especially if you're someone who's really focused on your spiritual path, right? You're on your journey, you're moving towards your soul's purpose, you're aligning your energy, you're working on your ascension, all of these things that you're doing for yourself. At some point, you will have and come across people along your path that are lost. And I mean real lost. Okay? Real lost. And this is when we are basically forgetting that we are a spiritual being. We're forgetting that. And sometimes we can get sucked into other people pulling us right off our path. Okay? And what the example that I can give to you is that, like I said, you're on your path and all of a sudden you meet this friend, right? And you've already come so far on your path, and all of a sudden you meet this friend, and this friend is like, doesn't know what they're doing, doesn't know what they're doing. They're just like, there's no connection to their higher self. There's no connection to their spirit guides. There's no connection to the intuition. It's like they're doing all of these things in their life that are so off balance and not really helping them to lead a life that is with fulfillment or happiness or joy or, things like that, okay? So you meet the friend, and that friend, in a way, could say something to you, do something, or get you involved in a situation that can pull you right along with them and divert you right off of your path, right? And let's just say you end up in that friendship that's very toxic. It could even be a relationship that pulls you right off your path. And that is something that you go through with that person for 4 years, 3 years, right? So then you become so far off your path that you're just like, what am I doing? Right? One day you have this epiphany. What am I doing? Right? So the falling angel spiritual narcolepsy is about those other souls that we meet along our path that we have to watch out for. Right? We have to really keep this keen awareness for you, Pal, too, with your Queen of Swords energy, because the Queen of Swords is able to see through illusion. She sees the truth, right? So many of you, there can be a lot of illusions surround certain people, certain situations that are now like you have these eyes, Pile 2, that can see, right? You can see when people are lying, when people are being manipulative, when people are, trying to do something to you that is just not right, right? People that are trying to pull you off your path. right? Because the more that we try to ascend, the more that we try to move into those higher vibrational energies, we will always have those little tests that come in from other people, other relationships that test us, right? To keep us from ascending, right? I feel like for you, it's recognizing who those people are in your life, because those can even be family members, romantic partners, toxic friends, that are so far lost off their path that we get right caught up into it. And all that work that we've done, it's like we're backstepping into things that, doing things over again, because we've gone through that with that person, right? They've sucked us right along with them after all that hard work we've done, right? So that's the importance also for you with the closing the cycles. Once that door is closed, let's leave it closed. Let's not open it back up again to say, okay, well, maybe I should. This is Spirit saying, no, don't do it, right? We're ending it. We're closing it. No more. We've got the Horseman here, and it says the Herald of Change. So it makes me feel like your spirit guides are seeing you as someone who's going through, like I said, a lot of very powerful change. We have a closing door here with completion, which is beautiful, right? You're moving into this new beginning energy, and I feel like what Spirit's saying here is important for you is identifying what your fears are, and then thinking about what your desires are. What do you desire in your life? What are you going to make manifest, and how are your fears holding you back? How can we close the door to those fears to say, you know what? These fears are going to stay behind this door. You're not going to come out again and sabotage my life. Those old ways of thinking, those old beliefs, let's leave them in the past. Okay? So that is all that I have for you, pile number 2. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 3. So those of you that resonated with the Shaolin Master, it says, be graceful in movement and action. So I'm getting, of course, a couple messages with this, because all of you are going to be in different places along your path. So some of you, your spirit guides could quite literally see you as someone, right, as a Shaolin Master. And for others of you, it can be a need for, right, learning how to really focus on your actions, right, that you're taking within your life. So we're going to pull the tarot first and see what is coming through. How do your spirit guides see you? Pile number 3. How do your spirit guides see you? We have the 9 of Wands. How do your spirit guides see you? Pile 3. 9 of Cups. Page of Magician. Okay, the first thing that I want to see, just kind of looking at these cards that are already come out, is that your spirit guides see you as somebody who is not giving up. You have a very, very resilient spirit. Okay, I feel like many of you that chose this pile have gone through a lot. You've been through a lot. You may be putting forth a lot of your energy towards things, and it's like not giving up, not losing hope. Many of you, I feel like, are in a place right now where you're discovering so much of your power with moving towards things that bring you happiness and fulfillment. There's a lot of beautiful transformative energy. Some of you are at a place where you're finding much more peace in your life, much more calmness, and it is something that you're recognizing is changing within you. You may feel like your soul is kind of calling you towards more peaceful, calm type of energy, or at least wanting to create that for yourself. And so many of you are kind of undergoing this process of, I feel like, a tremendous amount of healing. And I feel like the most important thing for you to recognize, pile 3, is so much of your spirit that your spirit guides see within you that has choosing, I feel like, not to give up. There's a lot of power and a lot of strength to you. Even though you may have been someone who's gone through a lot of pain and heartache and trauma, it's like your spirit guides see you as someone who just has this spirit about them even if you feel like your 3D self is like feeling sad and feeling like all of these things, it's like you have this soul within you that is like telling you, don't give up. Don't give up. And it's just like this beautiful energy that I'm feeling from your, it's like your soul is like not letting you quit. Like, don't give up. You're gonna get through this. You're gonna get through this. It's just like this power within you. It's a lot of like, I don't even know how to describe it. Just like this beautiful energy about you that is so deep within in you. And many of you are just kind of like uncovering this now, working towards uncovering this part of yourself that has so much willpower and so much focus and determination on making improvements in your life. And maybe some of you, yes, you're learning how to, really learning how to pay close attention to how your mindset, the choices that you make, affect the reality that you experience. And many of you are learning like, oh, okay. Now I can see how I can change the outcome of this situation. I feel like more of you are learning how to step into your power. Learning how to step into your power. Let's see what else. Pile number 3. I feel like a lot of adaptability here. Your spirit guides are seeing how you're adaptable to all of the things, situations that you've gone through, you're currently going through. Strength. Yeah, and that is one thing right there. Your strength, your power, your courage. Many of you, confidence. Look at this, the sun. The sun is a card of joy, a card of happiness, a card of feeling blessed, or at least recognizing that it's possible for you to change things. I feel for some of you. I don't know why. I'm just feeling this energy of this change that you're going through. King of Pentacles. 4 of Swords. Yeah, many of you, I feel like your spirit guides are seeing, like many of you are really coming into your power. Really coming into your power here. Like really keeping yourself focused, disciplined, organized on your path ahead. Because I'm also seeing Knight of Pentacles? Knight of Pentacles under that. And the Knight of Pentacles is very focused, very strategic. It's slow and steady movement, but it's movement, you know? So I feel like many of you are also being very careful and really paying attention to the decisions. Like you're taking time to think about it, is what this feels like. You're taking time to think about things before you get into it, right? Before you make a decision, a choice. There's a lot of reflecting upon things now. So you may kind of be like in a transition of going into a different phase of your life where you are, maybe there have been decisions that you've made in the past that have led you to some unfavorable circumstances. And it's kind of like everything's like coming together for you, where you're starting to learn all of these lessons and kind of look at things, I feel like, from a very different perspective. And recognize that where you invest your time and energy makes all the difference in your life. And like I said, some of you can already be like already the master, right? Where you've really changed your life and have moved away from things that are no longer serving you. And you're in a much more place of fulfillment and abundance and prosperity and feeling joy and happiness and working towards making your wishes and your dreams come true. And others of you are in this process of uncovering that part of yourself, finding your inner power, finding your inner strength. And I feel like this is where your spirit guides are watching you transform, which is beautiful. It's a beautiful energy. Because I feel like even those times when you felt like you want to give up on yourself, you want to just give up, throw in the towel, and forget going after this or going after that. It's kind of like there's something within you right when you feel completely defeated and wanting to just stop and just quit. There's something within you that is not letting you, just not letting you. And I feel like it's just a beautiful, beautiful energy here. It's like your spirit guides are seeing the light in your eyes. The light in your eyes, the light in your heart. That is like, oh, it's going to make me cry. Like your spirit guides are like there, like rooting for you. Rooting for you. And like seeing this change. And I feel like with all the piles that I've done today, this change, this transformation that you are going through, pile 3, it's a big one. It's a big one because this is like, it's like that glimmer of hope. That glimmer of hope that you're seeing after everything that you've gone through. It's like just like this fighting spirit that things are going to get better. They're seen as you're going through this transition, right? And this right here, that's the in-between. Many of you are like in the in-between right now, or you've may even feel like you're dealing with your worst right now or have just overcome something very challenging. But the Six of Swords is helping us to move away from literally the rough, choppy waters into the calm and more peaceful part of our life, right? Where these most challenging lessons that we've gone through are behind us. Right? It makes me feel like things cannot get, for some of you, things cannot get any worse than what they've already been for some of you. And it's like during those times when your spirit guides are like seeing you just bare, just feeling so defeated and so broken and so hurt, or life kind of throwing you things that you're just like, I don't know how I'm going to get past this. It's like your spirit see like that one little glimmer in your eye, and they're just like, we're so proud that you're finally starting to come out of this, to see the power that you hold within inside of yourself, your strength and courage to face fear and adversity right in the face, and still come out of it, is what I'm feeling here. It's just like this, a beautiful, loving energy that your spirit guides have for you. Like, wow, like they've gone through so much and have been able to overcome so much. And many of you, it's like so many things are being illuminated for you at this time. There's this huge shift in perspective And even confidence, I feel like, is coming in for you. It's really of learning how to master your energy within the 3D, in the physical world. Learning so much more about your spiritual power, your spiritual energy. I'm feeling that you are surrounded by almost like an entire fleet of spirit guides, like so much, like ancestors and guardian angels, and your spirit guides just there supporting you. I feel like some of you, your spirit guides communicate with you through your dreams. Okay, through your dreams. Some of you, I'm getting kind of like birds and you're at your window, near your window, butterflies you might see. But birds hanging around. And communicating with you that way. Many of those, it's a lot of your dreams and the way they communicate with you there. Okay, so I want to see why this energy is important for you, pile 3. Why is this Shaolin Master energy important for pile number 3? The 2 of Wands, which is about planning for you, planning for future stuff, your path, learning. 7 of Pentacles. Because I feel like with this energy here, you're actually taking time to look at things, to get more information before you make choices and decisions, right? Thinking and planning very carefully in your life, evaluating, right? Where sometimes we just kind of like go and then we find ourselves in a storm. To me here with the 7 of Pentacles is that you are actually taking time to really evaluate things. Am I happy? Do I feel fulfilled? If this is something that I want, how can I move away from these people or this situation or this way of thinking in order for me to get to where I want to be, to what I desire? I want to see what, I mean, you're manifesting here first off with the Magician. So a lot of manifestation energy. Why is this 9 of Cups here? Page of Wands. Some of you are manifesting or wishing for freedom or traveling or exploring, discovering, pursuing your passions in life. Taking a different path. 5 of Cups, Knight of Wands. And I feel like a lot of this has been the overall, for some of you, pain, disappointment, feeling of hopelessness that you may have had in the past, and being able to overcome that. There's a lot of, I feel like a lot of transmutation of energy that's happening here. A lot of it. I feel like for some of you, it's like this, like your fire is being lit. Your fire is being lit here. Okay, so let's pull our oracle. Pile number 3. How do your spirit guides see you? Healing. Healing, which is beautiful. Healing. A lot of suppressed feelings and emotions. A lot of illuminating all of these things to heal. We've got time. The oracle. It says, wait for important information. Many of you, I feel like you do have a really strong connection to your spirit guides and receiving information from them about where to go and what is next for you. Some of you might be needing to, right? Spend more time in quiet, in stillness, in meditation. She looks like she's kind of doing a little bit of a smoke clearing out of her bowl. Wait for important information. The oracle. Some of you might literally be an oracle. You might be someone who's extremely intuitive and receiving downloads, channeling information, a very strong connection to the spirit realm. Some of you might even be discovering that about yourself. Many of you, I feel like with the energy of time here, can also be learning to trust, right? Surrendering to divine timing with things as they are working out in your life. Hermit. It says retreat and recharge. I love that. Retreat and recharge. Lots of introspection. Some of you are doing a lot of inner work. Some of you, your spirit guides can be seeing how you are doing that work, how you are spending time healing inner child, shadow work, aligning with your soul's purpose, connecting and meditating. We have winter here and it says take care of your needs. So some of you, your spirit guides could literally see you because all of these energies here, the hermit, waiting, right? That's kind of like a pause to me, healing, and winter. It says take care of your needs. Many of you, your spirit guides are seeing you as you are going through this in between, closing one cycle, ready to begin the next one, but we're not there yet, right? With the Six of Swords. We're in transition. So, yeah, I'm seeing how your spirit guides are seeing how this is you going through this very powerful transformation, taking care of yourself, right? Taking better care of yourself. We have the trader here, and it says exchange energy to create abundance. Okay, and he looks like he's trading all of these beautiful, beautiful pillows, embroidered rugs, and things of that nature. Right? So some of you might even have a lot of creative energy of things that you can exchange with others. Right? To create abundance for yourself. Maybe you make beautiful things, or you have some type of skill or talent or undiscovered something within you that is of value to another person, right? And someone that is willing to pay for things. And I feel like your spirit guides are seeing you as that person who has so much to not only to give, but to offer. To offer. So many of you, it could be like if you don't know what it is, again, take some time to reflect. To take time to discover the self. Right? So that you can let your soul speak to you about what it feels like it wants to do, right? That can even be connecting in with your inner child. All of that untapped potential, all of that undiscovered creative energy. Okay. Let's see. Pile number 3. How do your spirit guides see you? Wow. We have the shaman. Trust in higher forces. Yeah, so I'm feeling that your spirit guides see you literally as someone who is so wise. So wise, and so much powerful information. A resource. A resource. It makes me feel like very old soul energy here. Many of you, I feel like you are very led and very guided and very connected into. Look at how that's coming in right underneath the oracle. Like you have a very powerful energy. Maybe some of you are on the path of shamanic practices, you know, or if you are of indigenous native culture, You know, you have this shaman in your bloodline, right? Or even from your past life. We have the shield maiden here, and it says make plans and focus. Okay, make plans and focus. So maybe for some of you, it's they see you as someone who does, right? Make plans and focus on them and gets things done. And for others of you, like I said, it could be that you're needing to kind of embody that energy, right? Of somebody who needs to make plans and focus on what it is that you're doing here. Okay? So let's see pile 3. Let's get some other messages for you. How do your spirit guides see you? I really have enjoyed this reading today. Let's see. We have the Sky Dancers, and it says surrender. Maybe for some of you are in a place of surrender at this time, you know, or in need of surrendering. And then we have Spirit of the River, and it says movement toward adventure. So just spirit guides seeing you, right? Letting go of what's no longer serving. Opening yourself up to new things. We have gathering around, and it says the power of community, right? So some of you could even be connecting with other people. Maybe they see you as someone who has supportive friends or people, or your spirit guides kind of maybe encouraging you to connect with other people who are also have similar stories to you, or mentors, guides, people that are sharing their own knowledge and wisdom, or you being that person who is able to share your story with others, right? Your story of your own courage and your own strength, which can be of big help to someone who may be following, in a sense, in your footsteps along their own path, and guidance that you can then give to that person, right? That can also be something that is an energy exchange here too, right? Where you become somebody who is a life coach or a spiritual coach or a healer or somebody who writes books or does podcasts or, I don't know, has a YouTube channel where you help people, you know? I feel like it's just a beautiful, beautiful energy. And some of you, like I said, you're going through so much powerful transformation that your spirit guides see within you that just, I feel like, brings a smile to their face, where even though, those, like I said, those times where you may have lost hope, it's like your spirit guides are just like, hold on, they're going to get it, and then there you go, rising, pile 3, to your greatness. Okay, so that is all that I have for you, pile number 3. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading.